Hello and good morning, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to another edition of Jays Latest. I am your host, Craig Borden, and we're going to here to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays baseball rumors and all that kind of fun that we had last night. So let's talk the first things first because we get to talk how we're going to get another starting pitcher, hopefully in the very near future here. Mad Max had an amazing evening for the Buffalo Bisons playing in Worcester, Massachusetts last night. Um, the Woo Sox unfortunately got the bad end of the stick in this one because Mad Max went through 4 1/3 innings and he struck out 8 of them as he averaged around 94, 92 miles an hour. And the curveball and everything, that was the bigger plus here. His pitches are plus and working great right now. It's a matter of time, obviously, right now for him to be coming back up in the major leagues. And everything lines up right now. If this was his last start in the minor leagues, that he would actually potentially be the starter literally a week, almost a week from now, next Wednesday. So there's a chance that we could see him pitching in that game on the 25th because the Blue Jays do have an off day on Monday as well. So mark your calendars, party people. We might have somebody taking over that spot and then moving Eric Lawler to the Bowden Francis spot at this point. Be very interesting to see because, like I said, this footage on Mad Max in Worcester is very, very intriguing from last night. So check that out. So let's talk last night because the Blue Jays had an incredible evening against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Blue Jays took it to school after 8-win victory and kind of caught the Arizona Diamondbacks. It seemed like on their heels at the end of this game. Eduardo Rodriguez got the start, took 2 earned runs, but the main one is right off the bat. And his first hitter that he faced, Bo Bichette, goes deep, and it was nothing subtle. It was a 438-foot home run to deep left center field. And Bo Bichette ended up going a mere 3 for 5, and a couple of RBIs, a couple of runs scored. Kind of a catalyst to the game last night. So Bo Bichette doing things like this will 100% continue to have the Blue Jays moving in the right direction because he has been a heck of an igniter over when in the games where he does things like this. Obviously, 2 days in a row here with a home run doesn't hurt either. He's currently leading the team in hits, RBIs, all sorts of good things right with him in the leadoff spot. Batting 275 on the year as well. So thank you, Bo Bichette. Awesome stuff. We love it. Continuing out the wonderful, weird new top of the order that we have, I'm actually really loving because I think it just gives a great chance for Addison Barger to continue doing what he's doing. Barger rewarded everybody for even starting against the lefty last night. Four at bats, 3 hits, and had a couple of doubles. So really cool to see Barger doing those things. Captain jacked, Bam Bam Barger looking really good with Vlad Jr. 2 days in a row, batting behind him. And then obviously, we can't talk about this offense without Vlad. So and he actually made it on base in every one of his at bats last night. The first 3 at bats, he was walked late in the game. They did not have a choice other than to pitch to him because there was already people on, and Vladdy made him pay. So 3 RBIs for Vladdy last night, double and a single, drives and runs. Very cool once again. This offense was clicking, though. That top of that order, literally just destroying people. And then you can't forget the fact that you got Ernie Clement in the later part of this lineup, also batting near 300. 3 hits for him again last night, 3 for 5, 1 run scored. And we also got a pinch hit. Pinch run and then a pinch hit. I guess at the end of the day, Alan Roden got in and got a hit and scored a pair. Tyler Heineman continues to do Aaron Judge like things. Had another big hit in this one too, driving in a run, scoring eventually too. This lineup is dangerous, people, and this is only going to get better too as you get people like Dalton Varsho and Anthony Santander back. But this lineup has found a way to contribute all the way around and make things very interesting at the dish against major league pitchers, especially somebody like I said, Eduardo Rodriguez. He's a pretty good pitcher. He's in a very, very rough spot right now. So Blue Jays took advantage of that fully and then continued to beat the living heck out of the bullpen for the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is only going to hurt them today as well for the D-backs as far as the Blue Jays offense can go. Um, Very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. Um, on the mound, though, this is where the probably unsung hero of the game was because this game, like I said, it started off as a pitcher's duel. You had the Blue Jays peppering in a couple runs early, but not a lot. It was 2-0 going into the top of the 6th inning, and then 2-1 after that. So Eric Lawler, great outing. First real start, goes 5 innings. He threw, I lost it, threw 75 pitches, 54 of them for strikes. So very nice to see him getting lengthened out to that point, and looked really good. 8 strikeouts, continues to just do a very good time on the mound. A 2.29 ERA, only allowed 4 hits, a walk, and the 1 run scored. And then Yariel Rodriguez comes in, picks up his 9th hold of the season in 2 innings of work. And we got to see Justin Burrell and Chad Green wrap it up in the bullpen last night. So it was a big one. So what does this say for the team at the moment, though? That was another series win party, people. The Blue Jays have now won 6 of their last 7 series, and this is why they're surging in the play or the standings, and just doing all these wonderful things continues to contribute to where they are going at this point. Because at the end of the day, the Blue Jays are climbing those ranks. Like I mentioned, they were 3 games out heading into yesterday, and they are currently now 2 because the Yankees lost. Sorry about my nose, people. Um, yes, that's about the best I can say. The Toronto Blue Jays are surging, and they're obviously looking for help. So where do you get the help? Well, unfortunately, as of yesterday, they will not be getting at least Chris Sale. If they were knocking on Alex Anthopoulos' door, hoping to pry the wonderful ace that is Chris Sale away from the Atlanta Braves. That is not going to be happening because, at least at the moment, Alex Anthopoulos is saying he is not for sale. We are not trading Chris Sale. I think he's still thinking they're going to push their chips into the table, and they're getting healthier in Atlanta. So I guess it is what it is, but maybe they need to be thinking about how they could go forward. And I would have loved Chris Sale. Look really good, the former Cy Young Award winner and whatnot. I still think we're a pitcher away from this team being just utterly obnoxiously dominant. Um, really can think out that lineup, like I said, when we get Dalton Varsho and Anthony Santander back healthy. That would be the bigger key, is I don't think Santander ever was really truly healthy with that shoulder with us, and just couldn't keep things going. Obviously, it's really hard to hit when you can't move your arms around right. Um, so it would be very cool to see the Blue Jays pull in some kind of a starting pitcher or even a reliever, because right now we also have Jeff Hoffman, who has a very high ERA, but also that's just closer baseball for you. He's also been doing very good, but you add the aggregate in the bullpen and get that back. But to the other point to that whole thing, we're also going to get Jimmy Garcia and Nick Sandlin back soon. So it is what it is. Today, Blue Jays will be wrapping the series up against the Arizona Diamondbacks today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Ryan Nelson versus Kevin Gausman, fresh after the Kevin Gausman retro shirt giveaway. So really fun. We're going to see what that looks like as far as what Gausman's going to continue to do. He's been doing really well of late. Ryan Nelson, on the other side of this, has had a pretty good outing in his last few, but he also has, in his last 3 starts, he has 2 that he is not allowed to run, and then he has a crooked one where he allowed 7, and that was against the Cincinnati Reds of all teams. So that's a little different. Meanwhile, Kevin Gausman's been, I'll say Kevin Gausman having the one bad inning each of his outings, giving up 3 or 4 runs in each outing. Has a chance to take advantage of the lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks today and see if he can actually come out with something a little bit more positive. But he has been keeping his team in it to win it, because that obviously is how this last few weeks have been. So very, very fun. And we'll be back here tomorrow, talk all things Toronto Blue Jays baseball, trades, rumors, all that kind of good stuff. Make sure you head over to jbirdwatching.com for our full live episode of, just catching up with the wonderful fun that's at the trade deadline here and talking what happened with the Rafael Devers trade and stuff like that. So take it easy and go Blue Jays. Cheers.